Third to final race, Mini Bikes 140 will be following on after this race as Wilson Dilks settles into position on the start line. No emotion, just staring down at the first corner, and Dilks will be looking just to focus and imagine getting to that first corner first. He knows what he needs to do, get away from the line properly. Frankie Watson looking good as number 25 gives us a wave there. That's the machine of Chloe Gleeson. And looking further back, we've got the number 16 there, Lucas King. All set and ready to go. A bit further back there, number 11, Leo Hams. All eyes on the first corner. And we'll watch from the perspective of Leo Hams as the grid is cleared. And we wait for the lights. We're ready to go. All eyes on the red lights. And we're away. Mini Bike 160 gets underway, charging into the first corner. Good start there from Wilson Dilks as they charge through. Tyler Humphries on his tail, and a great start there from Chloe Gleeson getting through into the top three. Although Frankie Watson fights back as they make their way through to the second corner, though. It looks like Gleeson's held on. So Chloe Gleeson in third place, Frankie Watson in fourth. So let's have a look at that chasing pack here. Chloe Gleeson with a great start getting ahead of Frankie Watson and Daniel Stevenson. Joshua Herring and Leo Solio a bit further behind. And they'll be looking to try and live with the race leaders as they charge down the back straight for the first time. Dilks leading. Humphries in second. Humphries goes wide round the outside. Now trying to get the momentum into the next hairpin. Down the inside he goes. Oh, and he had to back out of that one because Dilks shut the door on him. So Wilson Dilks staying strong there, just guarding his line. And holds on to the lead with Tyler Humphries in second place. Chloe Gleeson from Frankie Watson in third place as they make their way through to the hairpin for the first time. Here they come round the final corner. So Wilson Dilks, your early race leader from Tyler Humphries. Over the line they go. Dilks charging through. Looks like Watson fighting through into third place. Gleeson in fourth position. Joshua Herring up to fifth place from Daniel Stevenson. As Wilson Dilks charges away into the right-hander, but look at Tyler Humphries all over the back wheel there. And Tyler Humphries giving this a real go. He's certainly putting Dilks under some pressure here. Now, if these two start fighting, look out for the third place Frankie Watson, who's setting a good pace in third. There he goes. Getting past Chloe Gleeson on that first lap to settle into third position. Gleeson still in fourth. And Frankie Watson looking to try and get involved in this battle for the lead as Wilson Dilks guards that position, guards the inside line again. Humphries goes wide round the outside. He's going to try and send it into the right-hander. Oh, and look how aggressively Wilson Dilks claims that right-hander. He saw that one coming. And saying there to Tyler Humphries, you will have to try a little harder than that, I think. As Humphries again going wider, carrying the speed a little wider than Dilks. Looking to go for the momentum around the outside in the hairpin. Again, shadowing that back wheel of the race leader, number 85. Tyler Humphries desperately trying to find a way past Wilson Dilks, who has got that bike planted really perfectly, he would say. Tyler Humphries with the fastest lap of the race, making his way up towards the right-hander. Down the inside he goes of Dilks. Oh, and couldn't quite pull that one off. So Tyler Humphries will have to try and fight again all the time. Frankie Watson is watching in third place still. Chloe Gleeson in fourth. Joshua Herring, Daniel Stevenson, Leo Solio, Lucas King and Ollie Everts in ninth place. Leo Hams 10th, Ollie O'Gorman and Joseph Cooper rounding out the field as they make their way down the back straight once again. Let's see what Tyler Humphries can do. Has a peek down the inside of Dilks, going down the straight and again goes wide. Is he going to try and make that move once again? Goes to the outside line. This time stays on the outside wheel of Wilson Dilks as they make their way back towards the right-hander again. You can just see Tyler Humphries here just trying to use momentum. He's going for the wider lines, covering a lot more of the track, but not losing much speed. And Wilson Dilks just guarding that classic racing line, preventing Tyler Humphries from diving down the inside. So Humphries having to really work hard here to try and engineer an opening to get past Wilson Dilks. You can see how Dilks is parking that bike on the racing line, forcing Humphries to go wide, trying to use the momentum to get through. Dilks just leaving the door open slightly to make the corner himself. Not enough there for Humphries to go for the pass. And Wilson Dilks having to work really hard here because Tyler Humphries doing everything he can to try and find a way through. Frankie Watson a little bit further behind, 2 seconds down in third. But Watson having to push hard here, number 14 in third place, because if these two, if they start banging elbows, you would say that could really allow Frankie Watson in with an opportunity. Here they come down towards the left-hander. And again, Humphries round the outside. But you could say from the start of the race, Wilson Dilks is now well aware of the threat that Humphries poses into that right-hander. Again, Humphries trying to get the momentum out of the hairpin. Again, goes a bit wider on that long right-hander, using the momentum to try and carry that through into the hairpin. But again, Dilks has got the bike parked on the apex. And Humphries has to drift wide. Here they come back down the straight once again. Very close here as Wilson Dilks, 85-year-old race leader. Certainly not worried about the rider behind him. He's just running his own race here. Parking the bike intelligently on the corners so that, and again you see Humphries having a peek down the inside again. This time makes the move stick into the corner, but will Dilks get him back on the exit? No, he can't. So this time Tyler Humphries squeezes through into the lead. And now let's see what Wilson Dilks can do. So Humphries has been pushing hard. Dilks actually setting the fastest lap of the race last time round, 1:14.842. And let's see what Wilson Dilks can do as they make their way down the straight. Dilks down the inside, brave move there from Wilson Dilks into the chicane and retakes the lead. Watch out for Frankie Watson in third. This is allowing him to catch up as they bang bars there a little bit. It's getting tight at the front here between Humphries and Dilks as they make their way through into the long right-hander. Humphries back into the lead now from Dilks. Frankie Watson desperately trying to get involved in this fight in third place. Chloe Gleeson still in fourth from Daniel Stevenson, Joshua Herring, Leo Soliu, Lucas King and Ollie Evans. Here come the leaders back up towards the finish line. So this time, of course, it's Tyler Humphries that leads the way over the line. Humphries with the fastest lap of the race there in this battle, 1:14.756, so they're not really slowing each other up, one would say. Frankie Watson not too far off the pace. He's 2.5 seconds down on these leaders and kind of matching the race pace. You can just see him there watching in third place. Still Chloe Gleeson in fourth, Daniel Stevenson in fifth, Joshua Herring in sixth, Leo Soliu, Lucas King, Ollie Everts just a little bit further behind as the leaders now make their way back down the straight once again. Oh, and again Dilks having a look on the straight. He's not afraid to have a go. It's a difficult place to go for a pass there. Oh, and it looks to me like Humphries has left his braking very late indeed. That could allow Dilks back into it. And Dilks getting the drive out of the corner there, side by side into the right-hander. Dilks has got the line into the outside line and retakes the lead. Humphries having a look down the inside. They're trading positions here almost on every corner. Great finale here. So the Mini GP 160s for this first round of the championship. And, well, this is almost too close to call. Wilson Dilks is now back into the lead. And Dilks setting the fastest lap of the race, 1:14.395. So some very fast-paced racing here as Dilks guards the inside line. He knows he's in for a fight here because Tyler Humphries will be determined to retake that position. Has a peek down the inside going into the chicane. So it's still Watson third, Gleeson fourth, Stevenson, Herring, Soliu, Lucas King eighth, Leo Hams, Ollie Evans, Ollie O'Gorman and Joseph Cooper rounding out the field as the leaders now make their way back down the straight once again. Dilks just about holding on to the lead. What can Humphries do now? Again, he's going to that tactic of drifting onto the outside of the hairpin. Going for the switch back, but look how aggressively, look how aggressively Dilks guards that inside line, but Humphries finds something and retakes the lead. Thrilling race at the front here, some great racecraft between these two. They got very close at times. I think they may have touched handlebars, but certainly haven't taken each other off the track. Some very close, respectful racing so far between these two, and it's turning into a captivating battle here at the front as Tyler Humphries holds on to the lead. Wilson Dilks still charging in second place. Watson still there in third. Can't really close up because these two aren't really holding each other up in their fight for the lead. But Frankie Watson on his own in third. Still Chloe Gleeson in 4th, Daniel Stevenson 5th, Joshua Herring rounding out the top 6. And here they come through the chicane and towards the top corner. Tyler Humphries still leading the way from Wilson Dilks. Nothing at all between these two riders. And back down the straight they go. As they come back into view, Dilks drifts to the outside, going for the pass down the straight. He's going to try and do it under braking into the hairpin. But Tyler Humphries with a very fast line into that hairpin bend. And Dilks hasn't got a reply for that one so far, but stays on the back wheel of Humphries. Here they come back towards the right-hander. Humphries opting for that outside sweeping line. Dilks taking a tighter line, then drifts wide on the exit, looking to carry the momentum through the hairpins. Tyler Humphries just seems to have found a couple of tenths here. Not very much at all. The race still far from over here. But for the very first time in this race, there is a little bit of a cushion between first and second, but you can see for yourself how close this one is. The gap 0.4 of a second between Tyler Humphries and Wilson Dilks. And Tyler Humphries 1:13.993, incredible pace at the front here. Between these two riders, they really are pushing each other along. They're pulling away now from Frankie Watson. Running a very fast-paced race here. Still got Chloe Gleeson in 4th place, Daniel Stevenson 5th, but those two haven't even crossed the line. Such is the pace of the front runners. They really are setting a fast pace at the front here as Wilson Dilks regroups and going to try for another pass here. Just started to try and close the gap back on Tyler Humphries. Here they come into the right-hander. Time running out here for Wilson Dilks as Tyler Humphries looks to try and secure this race victory. Round the right-hander he goes. So heading towards the closing couple of laps now of this race. Tyler Humphries just about doing enough to maintain that gap at the front, but Wilson Dilks is not letting him relax at all here as they make their way out of the final corner. Heading back over the line they go. So Tyler Humphries continues to lead the way. 1 lap to go here. And what can Wilson Dilks do? The gap remains at just under half a second. Frankie Watson now alone, running a strong 3rd place, but no answer to the top 2 riders as Tyler Humphries again sets another fastest lap of the race, but Wilson Dilks setting his own best lap and almost identical on the pace. There are some slower riders in front. Well, it'd be a bit of an insult to call them slower really, but such is the pace of these two. They're already starting to potentially looking at potential lappers. I think they'll all get through on the same lead lap, however. Although I think that is Joseph Cooper a little bit further behind. So Cooper, has he seen them coming? They've got to try and squeeze past him, and Cooper, oh, just fell between Wilson Dilks. That could be the advantage that Tyler Humphries needs as they lap Joseph Cooper. Tyler Humphries holds on to the lead. And I think a little bit unfortunate there for Wilson Dilks. Couldn't quite make the corner. And that could be all the advantage that Tyler Humphries needs. Dilks still charging in 2nd place, but Tyler Humphries round the final corner he goes, making his way back up towards the finish line now. Number 19, Tyler Humphries, goes over the line and takes the checkered flag. Wilson Dilks charges home just behind his second only, half a second down. And Joseph Cooper over the line there. He finishes in 12th place as we move back to the battle of a 4th position. Frankie Watson 3rd. And Chloe Gleeson staying ahead of the number 18 of Daniel Stevenson as they make their way up towards the right hand of the final time. There is the number 25 of Gleeson. She had a very good start to this race and has hung on to maintain that 4th position, staying ahead of Stevenson. Here she comes in towards the final corner. Chloe Gleeson, Daniel Stevenson all running very strongly. And over the line they go. So Gleeson in 4th, Daniel Stevenson in 5th place. And Leo Soliu finishing in 6th position. The 912 of Joshua Herring in 7th position. And then further back we've got Lucas King, Ollie Evans, Leo Hams, and the final finisher on the lead lap is the number 88 of Ollie O'Gorman, who's just coming around the final corner now. Here they come over the line, so it's going to be King from Evans, number 61. Then we've got Leo Hams, number 11, and the 88. Oh, Ollie O'Gorman there on the final couple of corners there, just sneaking through into the top 10. Leo Hams in 11th position, with Joseph Cooper, number 45, rounding out the field. But what a superb race there for the number 19 of Tyler Humphreys, and the gap at the end was half a second, which was the biggest it had been all race, just to demonstrate how close that race was. Fantastic action there.